Hey guys! Okay, so this is going to be a wedding inspired look. I went to a wedding about 2 weeks ago, I believe, and this was one of the looks that I wanted to do for the wedding. So this makeup look was inspired by the Stila Magnificent Metals eyeshadow, and it is in the shade or color Kitten. And I really like this eyeshadow a lot, and I haven't tried it before, so this is my first time trying out this cut crease look. So yeah, I just wanted to share with you guys this look, and I will show you guys how I do the makeup look in 1 second. And the first thing I'm going to be doing now is my foundation, and I'm going to apply my favorite primer, which is the Saylor Baby's Butt Primer. And I'm just going to prime my face and then apply my foundation. Okay, so I'm just going to apply a little bit on the tip to my finger, and I'm just going to apply that on the center of my face, T-zone area. And make sure when you are applying your primer, your hands are clean so you don't press any germs or bacteria into your pores. Okay, so for foundation, I'm going to apply my Revlon Colorstay in 150 Buff and Revlon Colorstay 180 Sand Beige, and I mix these two together to create my perfect skin tone. And I'm going to apply that with a Sigma flat Kabuki brush, the F80. I'm not going to show you how I apply my whole face because I already showed that in my back to school tutorial. So if you want to see how I apply my foundation, you can go over there and check that out. And if you also want me to do just a video on applying my foundation, you can go ahead and leave that comment below, and I'll try and get that ready for you. I'll try and get that done. Okay, so once foundation is done, I'm going to go in with my Dreamlumi Concealer, and I'm just going to apply that under my eyes and areas that need more coverage. Okay, now it's time to set my foundation, and I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me powder in the shade 120, and I'm first going to set my under eyes, and I'm going to use the Sigma tapered highlighter brush, the F35, which looks like this. I also like to set my T-zone and cheek area. Okay, so I'm going to apply a primer for my eyelid, and I'm going to use the Decay Primer Potion in the color Eden, and I'm just going to apply that all over. The first color we're going to use is this black. We're going to take it on a angled brush that looks like this. You can use any angled brush you would like. This one's really small and really thin, so it's easy to do the cut crease a little bit more easier. So I'm just going to take a tiny bit of this black, like that. So the trick for this is, I have a fold in my eye, so right here, so I'm not going to put it on that, I'm going to put it slightly above that crease. So you can see it when I look directly, you can see the cut crease and it won't be hidden in my crease. This part takes a little bit of time, so I'm going to play some music right here so you're not so bored. And I'm going to create the crease. Okay, so now that you've made somewhat of a straight line, or a nice curved line, you're going to want to take your angled brush and go up a little bit. So you're going to bring that up, like a gradient if you can. Blend it a smidge up, and you're not going to want to bring any of that down on your lid. You want it to be a very, very nice, crisp line. Gonna bring that up a tiny bit. Okay, and then if you always mess up you could go back and make the crease a little bit sharper. Now I'm going to go in with a tiny little blending brush that looks like this, and I'm just going to blend that a little bit more. The trick for this is keep blending and blending, and then if you lose that harsh crease. Okay, so my camera cut out. Okay, so like I was saying, you're just going to want to blend that up a little bit, and once the black is blended the way you want, I'm going to go in with this brown right here, just to create a more gradient, more blended effect. And I'm going to start that a tiny bit above the crease and just blend that in. This whole process is just like a lot of blending and working your way up so it all looks smooth and nice. With that same little brush from the Anastasia brush, I'm going to go with this highlight color. I'm just going to put that on the brow bone. I also like to use the other side, which is a little bit bigger, and apply a little bit more so it blends out nicely. I'm going to go back in with the Engles brush and put a tiny bit more black on the brush and go over that and slightly make that line a little bit more darker. You're going to have a light hand with this part. I'm just going to blend up. Okay, then we're going to take this little tiny brush again and blend that. And now I'm going to take this other color, which is like a coppery brown. It's like a shimmer color. I'm just going to blend that in as well. Okay, now I'm going to use the Sigma Taper Blending E40 brush that looks like this. And I'm just going to blend that out a tiny bit more. This will help blend everything a little bit better, but make sure you stay above the crease. Okay, so once we're done creating the cut crease, we're going to add the color Milk, the jumbo eye pencil, and this little flat shape brush. And I'm just going to take a little bit of that on this brush, and we're going to clean up the cut crease. And we're going to start putting eyeshadow on the lid. You're just going to want to clean that up a little bit. This will also make the eyeshadows that you put on top of this a little bit more vibrant and brighter. Okay, so once we're done applying that, we're going to take, where to go? I'm going to take my Sigma eyeshadow, my Sigma eye shading E55 brush. It looks like this, and we're gonna take a little bit of this color right here. It's like a light pink color, and it's shimmery. We're gonna apply that all over the lid, and then I also want to apply a little bit of this corally shimmer color as well. I'm just going to apply that lightly all over the lid as well. Now I'm going to go in with the Stila eyeshadow, foil eyeshadow. I'm just going to pack that onto the lid. And I noticed that this brush, like this eyeshadow, isn't meant to be applied with a brush. It's supposed to be applied with your fingers. The brush somehow or sometimes doesn't pick up as much product. So if you're not getting as much product as you want, you could go in with your pinky finger and pick up a tiny bit and just place that all over your lid. But be very careful you don't hit the dark black crease. Okay, so now we're done with the eyeshadow. And now we're going to go in with the Maybelline eyestudio in Blackest Black. And it's just a gel liner. And I'm going to take it on a Sigma small angled E65 brush, which looks like this. And we're just going to apply a nice winged liner on top. A little bit right here. If you want me to do a wing eyeliner tutorial. You can also leave it in the comments and I will try and get that done for you as well. I'll show you how I apply my gel eyeliner. Okay, so now I applied the wing and my eye is like watering. I'm going to apply the wing. Now that I applied the gel on top of my right here, I can't even speak right now. Once I apply this part of the gel liner, I'm going to create my wing now. And you can connect it to the cut crease if you would like, but you don't have to. Whatever you like. Okay, and you can also apply a liquid liner like this as well. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Liner. So if you don't want to do the gel liner, you can also apply the liquid liner. Okay, so after we're done applying the gel liner, I'm going to go in and curl my lashes just one time so that they're ready to apply my big lashes. Okay, so as I was saying before my camera cut out, I like to curl my lashes about 1 or 2 times, and then I like to apply a very thin coat of a mascara, and then I will go on to apply my eyelashes once the mascara has dried. Okay, so now once the mascara has dried, I'm going to go in with my Ardell Natural 120 Demi lashes, and they look like this. Whoa! And I already have one of the eyelashes on already, so it just looks like that. And I'm just going to apply it to this eye. Okay, so once I'm done applying my contour, I'm going to apply a blush, and this is the Colorstay blush. I feel like this goes really well with the whole coral theme that I'm going for. And just going to apply a little bit on my cheekbones. So now I'm going to go in with a Revlon lipstick. I'm absolutely obsessed with this lipstick. This one is called Shine 825 Lover's Coral, and the packaging is just so pretty. So it's black and gold. It says Revlon right here. And you open it and there's more gold packaging, and it's just a really pretty coral color, and I love it. Okay, so this is the finished look. Yeah, it's just really nice light coral lips with a cut crease eyeshadow look. So let's move on to doing my hair. Okay, I really hope I'm in focus right now. Hopefully. Alright, we are back, and I have a freshly brand new fully charged battery in my camera, so there should be no issues with that. Where are we? Okay. Leave it like this. So, yeah. Hot in my room. Okay. Okay. That's fine. I like to just brush out with my fingers, and then grab another piece of hair and go halfway to about here. It's kind of a big piece. So I go from the back and I go halfway, curl it all around the barrel, hold the tiny little end, count to 10 or 20 seconds, and then let it go. See? Oh, perfect. That's what I was looking for. Something really nice like that. It is like a bajillion degrees in our room. These lights are hot. So yeah, 10 to 20 seconds. Yay! Alright, so I'm gonna go back and curl these other little ones, and I'll be back with my full head of hair fully done.